Well, good evening, my friends. Welcome back to Good Things for Good People, the little tiny YouTube channel with great big dreams of changing the world for good. You join me this evening on a Thursday night. We are just a couple more days away from that wonderful Christmas day, and Katrina and I have been having actually a really good day. I took today off and tomorrow off because next week everybody else is off, so I'm going to take it in the tailpipe. But it's been a nice day for us together. We've been able to relax and not really do much of anything. Then we went out and had ourselves some fantastic dinner at one of our favorite places, Rodizio Grill, which I don't know if you guys have ever been to a Brazilian barbecue restaurant or not, but for those of us who are serious meat eaters, it's kind of like heaven on earth for me, I'll be honest. It's absolutely fantastic. Eat as much as you want, enjoy the meats. Very, very nice atmosphere, not super crazy expensive. And yeah, 3 pounds of meat later, you're in a pretty good place. So for those of you who have never been here before, welcome to Good Things for Good People. This is a new YouTube project that I started a little over 60 days ago. The whole idea here is to connect and build a community. What we're trying to do here is we're trying to bring like-minded, positive, encouraging, charity, philanthropic type people together and have one little singular place on YouTube for those folks to congregate and talk in the comment section, cheer each other on and encourage positivity, as well as we can use this community to generate revenue for doing good things for good people. YouTube already gives us the ability to do this with ads on YouTube. As you watch a YouTube channel, you click on a video, you watch the channel, there are ads that run on that video. Well, those ads pay the content creator, which would be this channel. What we're going to do is, instead of building a charity that you have to donate to, we're going to use the money that's generated off watching these videos to be able to do the charitable things that we all want to do. Pretty simple process, really. I don't know why nobody else has ever tried this before, but we're going to try it. We're going to see if we can make it work. Hopefully it's something we can make a pretty big success. Who knows? At this point, we're a little over 60 days in. We're about 575 subscribers, which is pretty good for a little young channel. We're hoping to get somewhere into the 1,000 range here in the next 30 days or so, and we got to get a whole bunch of watch minutes. So the longer you spend here, the faster we can get ourselves to monetization. I don't want to talk your ear off tonight. I do appreciate you guys. If you have watched the video from last night, unfortunately, looking at my analytics, me putting up a video super late at night did not do me any favors on the watch. So if you don't mind, when this video is done, can you go back and watch last night's video? That's a pretty good video, I think, and it was me actually sitting in the parking lot of a restaurant talking for a while, and I had a lot of things that I wanted to bring up, and I think that went really well. According to the watch time, it's pretty good. There just isn't a lot of watch actual views on it, and that's mostly my fault because I was out of the shop or out of the house pretty much all day yesterday. I don't think I got back here till like 10 o'clock last night, so for anybody who watched that last night or this morning, thank you. I appreciate it. If you're a returning viewer, thank you very much. It is you that is driving this community and building this page, so thank you very much for being here. Thank you for returning day in and day out to give me your time to be able to support this cause, so thank you very much. Tonight, I promise I will keep things kind of short and sweet. I don't want to get too terribly into the weeds tonight. Don't want to get up on my soapbox, but what I do actually want to talk about is something that my neighbor actually brought up the other day when we were doing a Christmas reading over at his house. And they are considerably more religious than I am, at least in the Christian aspect of things. And I thought it was very interesting because he brought up a lot of the, let's say, less than Christian background of the Christmas holiday. If you can see here, and if you can see in my beard, I am quite the Santa Claus, quite the Christmas guy. But a lot of the basis of Christmas is not in the Christian faith. It's not based in Bible. It's not based in anything along those lines. It's not based on anything that's historical fact. What it is based on is a whole lot of older religions, pagan religions specifically, that the Christian faith, as it became and coalesced a thing, they were attempting to bring over and change the religion of folks that for generations had believed in different pagan religions, whether it was Romans or it was Gauls up in Germany or Celts up in the British Isles. Everywhere on the fringes of the Roman Empire were, typically speaking, these pagan religions, And even in Rome, the Roman Empire, for up until the time it became Christian, was based on pagan rituals and pagan beliefs. And so what they did is, in order to make things a little bit easier to cross that boundary from the pagan side to the Christian side, is they kind of co-opted a lot of the stuff that people were already celebrating. So today would be December 21st, which, for anybody who is of the pagan faith, would be Solstice, which is a very important day in the pagan calendar, because it is the shortest day of the year. This is where the from here going forward, the days start getting longer, the nights start getting shorter, the world is reborn. Where you can see some of that in the Christian faith and how that worked out. That is a celestial type of thing. It is just kind of, scientific fact that this is the shortest night, and it's going to be, the longest day is going to be, or the days are going to be getting longer all the way up through summer solstice, which comes in the end of June, or towards the end of June, and then we work our way backwards. So that's kind of one of the very small pieces of where the Christian world of Christmas came from. But I don't really want to focus on that. What I wanted to talk about more than anything is the idea of Christmas. The idea of a rebirth. The idea of celebrating something in the darkest night in the winter. For many of you, this may not be necessarily that much winter. It is 45 degrees out here in central Ohio, because we haven't had really much of any winter yet. But typically speaking, when you're into the later months in December, you're usually going to have quite a bit of winter weather, right? It's going to be cold, it's going to be snowing, it's going to be raining. Well, hopefully not raining, but it's going to be wintry. So there's not a lot of things going on to be real positive about, right? The crops are done for. Most of the traveling is done. There's not a lot that's going on. You're just kind of trying to survive the winter, at least if you were back in the olden days. Nowadays, we're able to do a lot more stuff. But the whole idea here is the winter celebration is kind of like, let's take that moment where things are worst, right? We're at our worst. We're at our lowest point. But from here going forward, things are going to get better. The days are going to get longer. The world is going to get reborn. The seasons will begin again. We can look forward to spring, and that's really what this is all about. And it's truly, actually, really a positivity kind of thing. Whether or not it's a Christian thing, or whether or not it's a pagan thing, or whether or not it's a celestial thing, whatever. The whole idea here is it's a positivity thing, right? We're looking forward to, though the time is dark, though things are not doing well, we're looking forward to that rebirth, that rejuvenation, that springtime. Right? And it's something that basically every faith, or even those who don't really have faith, all have in common. And I think that's something we all lose track of, or at least a lot of people lose track of, is in this time of a lot of us being divided, whether it's based on religion or politics or whatever. We are in a very divided, divisive, angry, dark time right now, especially as Americans. Speaking as an American, it's not a real good time for us right now. We are in a very dark time. We are divided more than we've been in a very, very long time. We are vitriolic towards people who may not share the same faith or the same belief or the same political affiliation, to the point where a lot of people have lost friends and family and no longer even talk to them. I know I'm not the only person that has a situation where there are members of my own family that I no longer talk to. There are people that I considered friends that I no longer can even associate with because of whatever the case may be. And it's not something we've really had much of a focus on in the past, right? For anybody who's paid attention to American politics and to the world at large, this is a pretty unique moment, especially, at least in my lifetime. This is very unique, and it makes us, unfortunately, not really look forward to the light, to the rejuvenation. We're in a dark time. We are. There's no arguing that. This is a difficult time for Americans. This is a difficult time for humanity in general. A lot of things are not going our way. But what we do need to look forward to is the springtime, the rebirth, the rejuvenation, the world becoming better. Maybe this today, tonight, right now,
is the darkest time, the longest night. And tomorrow, things will start getting better. See what I did there?
And I don't want to take this into a religious thing. I don't want to go that direction. I don't want to turn this into a political conversation. I don't want to go any direction with that stuff. I just want to be able to have this conversation in an open environment here on YouTube where we can all agree that other humans are other humans. They're good people. There are good people of all kinds of faiths. Faith or faithless. It doesn't matter if you are a good person or not. If you are a good person, it doesn't really matter whether or not your faith is. And a lot of folks hide behind their faith. A lot of folks that are not really good people hide behind the fact that they show up on Christmas for Mass. You know, they go to church on Easter. But 363 days a year, they're not very good people. They don't really show up when it counts. They don't really look after their fellow man. They don't really do the good deeds that they preach at least 2 or 3 days a year. And I think that's what my message is tonight. That's what I really want to bring attention to is there are people all over the place. Whether or not it's just in the United States or anywhere. There are people all over the place that are good people. Whether or not you share the same political beliefs with them, whether or not you share the same religious beliefs with them, social, whatever the case may be. There are good people that are out there. And this team of people that we're trying to build here on Good Things for Good People is going to be a very diverse team. I promise you that. We will have people of all kinds of political faiths. We will have people of all kinds of religious faiths on here. And I'm glad that that's the case because in that diversity is a strength. If you surround yourself only with people who are nodding and saying, yes, you're right, and no longer challenge you or ask questions, nobody that actually ever pushes you, you will, typically speaking, not improve. And I know that's kind of an awkward, maybe challenging statement to make for some folks, but it's true. When you put people around you that are going to challenge you, that are going to question you, they're going to force you to be better or force you to look more deeply into your own faiths, your own actions, it makes you a better person. It makes us better people. We as a team can be stronger if we can connect with a wider group of people. I don't want just Republicans. I don't want just Democrats. I don't want just pagans or Jews or Muslims or Christians or Hindus or Nordic folk that believe in Thor and Odin. I want everybody. I want all of the good people of all of the faiths, of all of the political affiliations. I want them all to feel comfortable here. And I want everybody to be able to invite everybody else to this platform. I don't want to limit this thing. There's already a weakness in this world right now of good people. There's a shortage of folks that are good, honest, real people. And if we shortchange ourselves and we rule out huge swaths of people, we're just doing ourselves a disservice. It's not going to be good for all of us. Our strength is when we come together. All of us. Not just one side or the other. So I want to just bring that up tonight. That's what I wanted to say tonight. This is a night of positivity. This is a day of magical stuff if you believe in the solstice type stuff. There's all kinds of things you can look into if you're interested in that. You can search it somewhere else. That's not what this channel is for. But it's a day that I thought was going to be a good day to bring out the message of positivity and the fact that though this may be the darkest night, tomorrow the day gets longer and things begin to improve. And I think that's pretty appropriate for where things are right now. As for analytics with the channel, how we're doing, what's going on with the channel, things are going pretty well. If we look into the analytics, we're at 577 subscribers at the moment, which is great. I did put a short up last night as I was driving home. If you didn't happen to see it, it's kind of entertaining. It's a short little, I think like 18 or 19 second clip where I was driving home and there was somebody who decided to take a wide right turn in a very large commercial vehicle and didn't quite make it and block some traffic. And it was a little tongue-in-cheek funny, but it did really well as far as views go, which is great. However, our watch time didn't do very well because shorts don't count for watch time, and I didn't put out the long form video until last night at really late at night. I think I didn't put it up until 10 or 11 o'clock. So our analytics from yesterday are pretty worthless. There's not really much point talking to them, other than the fact that we picked up 7 subscribers yesterday. So if you're one of the 7 subscribers that came over from yesterday, hey, great to have you on the team. Glad to have you here. Hope you stick around. That's what this channel is all about. I hope that makes sense to you. It's not going to be real big flowery stuff. That's not the whole point of this page. It's going to be real low key, low power, or high power, low risk, I guess would be the way I want to put it. We're trying to make as much impact as we possibly can. We're trying to encourage people to do things themselves and to do random acts of kindness, do little bits of charity as they possibly can, especially as we're in this season that's, I would use the word magical. Regardless of faith, it's a magical season. And we're encouraging people to do that. Now, this is a project that's going to continue on past the Christmas season. This is not a flash in the pan kind of thing. I am going to stay in this for the long haul. I am going to do my dangdest to make sure this thing gets monetized and we get to the point where we're making money out of this thing. And we're going to be able to use that money to be able to do good things. And there's a lot of good that you can do with a small amount of money. So I'm not worried about any of that kind of stuff. We've just got to keep this community together. We got to keep doing what we're doing, come in here, watching videos, encouraging each other, highlighting other things that we can do that improve things for other people, improve things for ourselves, and eventually we're going to get to that point where we can utilize the power we're building in this community to really make a difference in a larger range. So that's still a little bit of a road over the horizon at this point in time, but we're still staying together. I appreciate everybody who's donating their time and spending time watching these videos. You guys are the ones that are making this happen, and I really do appreciate it. I hope you understand that. It's very humbling that there are hundreds of people that watch these videos and stay tuned with us and are cheering on and trying to help things grow. So thank you very much. Last little bits of business before I let you go. The Hey Santa Clips thing. HeySantaClips@gmail.com is for if you would like me to record you some sort of customized Santa greeting. I will be in full-on white Santa gear here very shortly, and I will be recording Hey Santa Clips for the next couple of days. We're in the short strokes as far as the Santa season goes, so time is of the essence. I will be in Santa a lot over the next couple of days, and I will be doing everybody their own recordings. So if you have something you would like said in Santa to yourself, your loved one, your kid, your grandchild, your coworker, whomever it is, as long as it's PG, send me an email, heysantaclips@gmail.com. Let me know what it is you'd like me to say and who you'd like me to say it to. Give me a little bit of a script if that's possible, and I will happily record that for you free of charge and send it directly to you. It can be personal. It's not something I'm going to be posting on our YouTube channel. It can be whatever you'd like it to be. Again, as long as it's PG. But that is my gift to you for the Christmas season. So that's really all I wanted to talk about tonight. I hope you guys have had a great day. I hope you're going to have a wonderful Christmas weekend coming up. I will see you again tomorrow. Yep, that's it. Have a good night. Bye-bye.